War Machine is an American war action drama, in which an ultimate training exercise turned into a fight for the survival of the human race. The film shows that every powerful machine has its limits, and no matter how difficult the situation gets, just don't fucking quit. But before we begin, please like, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Story begins in Afghanistan with voice on a radio, guiding military vehicles, where to move and that communication is very bad. After they stop, 81 comes out of the vehicle and starts joking with other soldiers. It turns out the guy is his brother and they have the same tattoo. While fixing one of the cars, his brother starts complaining about the job and says that he and his brother gave up on their dream too soon. 81 doesn't understand what he is talking about, and then he explains about Ranger Assessment Selection Program. 81 tells him to take Tommy instead of him, but his brother says that he wants them to do it together as a team. 81 gets mad and tells him they are not 18 anymore. They are old and ugly, but his brother keeps talking and eventually convinces 81 to go. He then leaves fixing the car to his brother and starts leaving. Suddenly, a big explosion happens, destroying everything around them, and soldiers start getting hit one by one. As 81 runs back to save them, he gets hit too. Later he wakes up on the ground with metal stuck in his leg. He stands up only to see his teammates cut in pieces, killed on spot. In that moment, 81 spots his brother and runs towards him, who is breathing his last moments too. Scene then shifts to 2 years later, where we see 81 sitting in a bus filled with army men. They arrive at Ranger Training Base, Colorado. Soldier welcomes them, saying they have to check in a hall immediately. Upon arriving in a hall, they are told to leave all personal stuff like phones and wallets there, and they don't have a real name anymore. They will be called by numbers given to them. Commandant starts giving different numbers to every soldier. 81 comes next. They check his documents and decide to put him as a team leader with number 81 on his name. Later, they all stand in front of a sergeant who speaks highly about their job now, telling them that they are arriving first in any place for any issue and that the nation depends on exactly them. They will be given tests in 8 weeks of time. Their limits will be pushed to maximum on physical and mental state. If someone somehow comes to the final stage, he will take a simulated 24 hours long mission known as Death March. Next we see the soldiers being tested with different methods. Some of them already struggle. We are already on week 3 and some of the soldiers are already eliminated from the camp, while 81 keeps fighting and beating the tests. The circle keeps getting smaller and smaller. As the tests get harder, more and more soldiers are being thrown out. One day, they have a test of running on mountain with 81 being far ahead of everyone else, already impressing the others with his commitment. Later, Sergeant wants to know who has already fought in real battle and tells them to raise their hands. He starts asking them and soldiers talk about their past battles, but he is not impressed until he comes to 81. He tells his story that he fought for Spartans. Sergeant looks shocked and tells him to show what he's got. While on dinner, rest of the soldiers discuss about 81, impressed that he has a silver star and that he carried his dead brother 16 kilometers back to base. Eventually, 81 makes it to week 6 where tests continue and are even harder in physical. Number of soldiers keeps getting lower. Later, 81 gets the nightmare of the day of the attack and gets woken up by the sergeant who announces that they are in the final week now. That day, their underwater durability is being tested, and as every soldier starts losing breath and comes out one by one, 81 and one more guy are left to fight. As 81 swims, he remembers the day he carried his brother, his pain, and how he died in his hands. 81 suddenly faints underwater and is carried out. They tell him that he's a crazy guy. Sometime later, while on the TV were going news about something unknown called 505 Pole Maze getting closer to the Earth. He is called in the office of the sergeant for not good news. They announce to him that they decided that it will be best if he leaves the course immediately and that he is done. 81 gets angry. They tell him that they are not worried about his physical state, but about what's inside his head. They know that he doesn't bond with the rest of the group and that he struggles sleeping at night without taking pills. They ask him why he keeps applying for a ranger program and doesn't take some time for himself after everything that happened in recent time in his life. 81 says that his only goal is getting to the final line here on this course. They give him a contract to sign to leave the course on his own, telling him that he reached his end. 81 stands up and says that he has to get ready for the parade now. Sergeant gets mad and kicks him out. Later, while announcing who leaves and stays, they eventually decide to let 81 stay. He made it to the final test. Later, Sergeant explains their final mission. They have to get pilot back to their base from enemy territory and destroy the plane with C4. 81 is set as the leader of the team. They get in the helicopters and fly to their mission. They arrive in place and final mission has begun. 81 acts like the leader and tells them they have exactly 24 hours to fly. They motivate themselves and keep going forward. Night comes and 81 decides that they rest for some time, but as they sit, something strikes in the woods, making them keep going forward. Later they notice something like secret weapon few miles off them, and 81 tells them the plan, what is supposed to do, and where to stand, and eventually they find out that they don't have a signal anymore. As they move forward, they circle the plane around, getting the C-4 ready to blow it up. As they wait, 81 notices light in distance and goes to check it with 44. In meantime, rest of the group starts putting C-4s on the plane. As 81 moves, he suddenly notices a fallen basic airplane and realizes that the group is blowing up the wrong thing, and that they are making a big mistake. On other side, C-4s blow up and the strange airplane blows up, but looks untouched despite the bombs. Soldiers are in complete shock. Plane suddenly starts moving like it woke up. It transforms to a big machine, standing in front of the soldiers in the water. While they stand in shock, the machine starts to scan them one by one and starts firing precise shots, killing them one by one. 81 eventually gets back in time and saves one of the soldiers from clear death in last moment. They begin to run away as the machine keeps firing and even throwing explosives at the group. They fall from a big cliff and some of them get really hurt, while 81 gets thrown back to the moment of the war. Looking at the rest of them, 81 starts helping the rest. While they discuss what happened to them and where are the rest, one of them mentions that Soldier 111 had radio device to contact the sergeant, and 81 goes to look for him, alone. After walking for some time, he finds 111 dead, with the machine killing one soldier on the ground in the distance. 81 comes back to the group, telling them that the radio is gone and that the machine is following their steps and they need to get down from the cliff immediately. One by one, they start going down, with one of them very injured. 81's compass suddenly starts going wild and machine arrives just to eliminate one more soldier while breaking other one's legs. As machine moves to the end of the cliff, it starts to scan for them down there, but they manage to avoid the scanner until it spots a leg of one of them and starts firing at them again. After some time, they manage to escape it and decide to rest while 81 fixes his teammate's leg, who faints from pain. 81 explains to them that they blew up the wrong plane and to keep moving forward to reach close by village. Minutes later, they come upon river and using their ropes, they start to move across one by one as they feel that the machine is closing in again. As one soldier moves with the injured man, their ropes suddenly get stuck and they are left hanging in the middle. They all go to help them, leaving the compass alone as it starts wilding again. Machine notices them and strikes, throwing them in the river, one by one. In the water, 81 gets scanned by the machine few times, but he is managing to avoid its strikes and keeps going down as the river leads him. Few of them manage to survive and get on land. They keep moving forward and eventually noticing traps nearby, which means they are getting closer. Upon arriving, they see that the village is burned by the machine. 81 notices that the machine has broken the mountains in two. After burning everything and walked off, they didn't realize that the thing is definitely not from their planet. As they talk, they hear voices and find a sergeant under some of the metals, dying on the spot. 81 doesn't feel anything and tells them to keep going. But one soldier argues with him, saying that they are humans unlike him and that they need a minute with the dead man. That's when it is revealed that 81 didn't arrive in camp with his brother. He passed out 100 meters away, and his brother was still alive at that time. 81 blames himself for everything, saying he doesn't deserve that medal. They eventually find a vehicle with machine closing in again, dropping bombs on them. They notice that they forgot the ammo, so 15 decides to get it for them and play a hero. While he tries going back to the car, he is killed on the spot. They started running away with machine steps behind them. They get out of the path and vehicle gets damaged a lot, which makes them struggle to control it as they go down. After some time, they notice that the machine is not behind them anymore and start to celebrate as they think they managed to avoid it this time, until it jumps in front of them and destroys their vehicle even more. 81 tries to fire at it, but nothing works while they lost the injured man too. The soldier driving is hit too, and vehicle is completely destroyed, while 81 hits the machine with one last fatal shot. After unknown time, 81 wakes up from coma and moves forward as he sees his teammates being burned alive, just like in the beginning. He climbs on a cliff to see if the machine is finally down, but discovers that only part of it is down there, with machine reviving and talking in the distance. Suddenly, he notices 7 on the ground and manages to notice that somehow he is still breathing. As machine starts to attack again, he takes him and moves forward in the rain, struggles and eventually sits beside him with his clock ticking. 7 wakes up then and reveals that he actually knew his brother and that he was a good man. As machine moves forward, they discuss how to stop it, and while 81 was looking at him, he got an idea. He moves 7 away and told him to wait for his return. He gets inside a storage and lights up the place around, while also finding explosives. As the machine moves towards him to scan the place, explosives blow up under him and he falls next to the storage where 81 is. As it tries to stand up, 81 comes out with excavator, moving fast toward it. He strikes and moves the machine into a cliff, sticking it there, while also dropping sand from the sky and machines opens. Machine tries to fight, but 81 attacks again and starts to break its system slowly. Sand gets in the machine's opens and it breaks it up. 81 gets out and jumps out in time before explosion happens. 81 stands up, happy, thinking everything is over, until machine drops one final bomb, blowing everything away with 81 running away in last moments. Hours later, we see 81 carrying 7 with helicopters arriving. As they return to the base, 81 is finally crossing the winning line with 7 on his back, for his brother. Sergeant comes up to him, saying that he is sorry they didn't help sooner, while also revealing that the machines are everywhere. Later, 81 is called by the sergeant to explain how the hell he managed to destroy one of them. He reveals that the machines have opens on them and that if they get filled, they are destroyed. Sergeant thanks him and makes him one of them, saying that his information will save the world. In last scenes, 81 gives motivational speech to the rest of the soldiers and they move forward to destroy the thousands of machines that are on their way, and the movie ends. Hope you liked the story, and if you did, then please like, share the video and subscribe to my channel.